So, Gerard, I suspect you have a good reason for pulling me away from my duties.
Your vodka can wait, my good Alexei. Come, stand here. You need to see this.
I know all about the zerg, Gerard. We've all seen the tapes 100.
You've seen nothing. Dissecting a dead zerg in a lab is one thing. Unleashing them on men is another. You must go into this with both eyes open. Once started, there's no going back. Are you prepared to go all the way with this, Alexei?
Yes. Yes, I am prepared to go all the way, my good Admiral.
Good. Good. I knew I could count on you.
Admiral, the colonist base will be overrun in a matter of minutes. Shall we intervene?
Take us into orbit, Mr. Malmsteen. We've seen enough.
Hello and welcome back. We're going to have a go at the Brood War campaign now. So, very brief introduction there. Those are two characters from the United Earth Directorate who were observing the events that many of which we saw in the last campaign and have come from Earth to intervene in the Capruli sector. So, it's going to actually be a while before we meet those. We're going to start with the Protoss campaign. So the interesting thing about when I first opened up this campaign a very long time ago was noticing that actually we weren't following the same Terran, Protoss, Zerg. We were, in fact, they changed the order around a little bit. So we have the Protoss here. This is Artanis. And we can see there, again, we've not got the Protoss campaigns complete, so it's advising we do that one first. Artanis, it turns out, was actually the Executor we played as in the last mission, or in the last campaign. So he was the Protoss character we were supposedly embodying. They didn't really follow up on the Zerg Cerebrate very clearly, or the Terran Magistrate, but we do know that Artanis, sort of in the canon, so to speak, was actually the commander of the original Protoss force. He becomes a hero character in this mission. So, without further ado, we're going to start the Protoss campaign and we're going to go through the first mission. Protoss campaign: The Stand. The nefarious Zerg Overmind has been destroyed and the Protoss homeworld of Aiur now lies in a smoking ruin. As the Executor of the remaining Protoss forces, you must now attempt to reunite your beleaguered people and save them from the ravenous Zerg who still roam mindlessly across the blackened fields of Aiur. So, escape from Aiur.
Greetings, Executor. Though we all grieve for the loss of mighty Tassadar, we must find the resolve to carry on. He sacrificed himself to destroy the Overmind, but many Zerg still rage across our ruined homeworld. Without the Conclave to lead us, or the protection of our great fleets, it seems we must fend for ourselves.
Aldaris is correct, Executor. As we have both seen, the Zerg will not halt their rampage until every last one of us is dead. I suggest that we retreat to our last functional warp gate and travel to where the Zerg cannot follow us.
With all due respect, Zeratul, the protoss do not run from their enemies. Aiur is our homeworld. It is here that we shall make our stand.
Just as your conclave did. They are dead now, Eldaris. Dead because they allowed their pride to blind their reason. Only if we learn from their mistakes can we live to avenge them. Now, Executor, I know of a place where we can find solace. It is Shakuras, the secret homeworld of my people, the Dark Templar.
Your people? We would be seen as tyrants to them. Why would they shelter us?
Have I not pledged myself to your cause? Not all beings are as unforgiving as your lamented conclave, Eldaris.
You are right, of course. Executor, Zeratul shall find us passage to the warp gate. After the gate has been secured, Phoenix and the new Praetor Artanis shall lead our surviving brethren to Shakuras.
Executor, I am Artanis. Though I have only recently been appointed Praetor, you can trust that I will uphold the honor and traditions of the Templar.
We shall see.
Hey boys, mind if we tag along? I figure heading anywhere has got to be better than staying here with the Zerg.
Commander Reno, as ever, your assistance is appreciated. We would be honored if you joined us.
There we go. So, you might have noticed Artanis has the cut-off nerve cords at the back there, which is supposedly a thing the Dark Templar have. So the Dark Templar, to become separated from the Kala, severed their nerve cords, and they draw on powers of... It's kind of vaguely described as the Void in the lore. Artanis shouldn't have severed nerve cords, and in fact in StarCraft 2 he doesn't. But I suppose to kind of preserve the artistic kind of... tone of StarCraft 1, they did, although they obviously changed his face quite a little bit, they left his nerve cord severed. It seems a bit of a strange thing that he's clearly been promoted to Praetor, unless it's kind of a sideways promotion, or for some reason he stood down as Executor, so he's kind of voluntarily took a demotion. But that's always been a funny thing with StarCraft, is like, I suppose technically we are commanding people who outrank us. But anyway, let's go. Okay, and here we go. So, we've got Zeratul and a load of Protoss survivors. Now, one little thing, you might have noticed some Scourge flying above there. The thing I like about the Brood War campaign is there's lots of little character moments like that. Little things that just happen in the background, because those Scourge can't do anything to us. There's no point in them being there. But it just sort of lends a little more flavour to the whole thing. Now, I've restarted this mission a couple of times because there's a big battle that comes up, and I basically kind of forgot what you do on it. And just to make it sort of all run a bit more smoothly, I'm going to start again from the start, I think. But what we are going to have to do is try and deal with these Zerg here and destroy the Nidus canals. Now, because there's the Overlord flying ahead, we can't just kill them all with Zeratul necessarily. Now the tricky bit here is going to be, I'm going to stop here and I'm going to try and use Zeratul to kill off the sunken colony. Now, if I time this right, okay, never mind. Okay, so Zeratul's taking a bit of damage there, but that's fine. We can push in here and we can take out the Zerglings. There we go. And meanwhile, we'll use these dragoons to take out the overlords. Gives us something to do while we wait for our shields to sort of slowly regenerate. That guy can remain there. In fact, let's see if we can get into a slightly better firing position. Now, we do want to try and take as many of the overlords out as we can, because obviously they're going to cause huge problems for Zeratul. Sadly, we can't get any vision of that high ground, so whenever the overlord flies over high ground, we can't see. But yeah, there's nice little touches there, like the buildings blowing up as you get near to them, which have clearly been sort of put in with triggers. And I feel like they kind of got more comfortable doing slightly more interesting things with the campaign editor that they had. I mean, they'll have had access to an even better campaign editor than the standard one that ships with the game. But it feels like they got, you know, they got a little more creative with some of the little things that happen in the missions as well, which I really liked. So, I'm wondering if we can get this sunken colony. Is there a overlord nearby that we need to worry about? Is the question. No, I think we're home free there. So while this is happening, shields will come back. In this one, in StarCraft 1, you do... I'm going to delete that save just because that's annoying me. In StarCraft 1, you do get shields coming back just constantly. In StarCraft 2, there's a mechanic where protoss shields come back a lot quicker, but they mostly only regen out of combat. I think they only ever regen out of combat. I have to admit, I'm not 100% sure of the exact mechanic that gets used. And you can come down here and assassinate these. Now, there's a big battle coming up. And, well, we will lose some forces in it, but what we're going to need to do is sort of aggressively push in. There are basically tons of Nidus canals, and we need to attack them. So, we're going to try and use Zeratul, who I'm going to also put in Group 2 to try and assassinate Nidus canals, but we do need to push in and attack here. And if Zeratul can get through and take a few Hydralisks out, that will... Although he's getting a bit stuck pathing wise there. Okay. Now Zeratul's going to take some damage as well from... So let's see if we can shove off that Overlord. These Protoss focus the Nidus canals. And we're going to have to watch out for new Zerglings coming out. But I think we've cleared this up. So, quite a costly battle, but we made it. Right, so actually I'm going to take him out of Control Group 1. Going to make that Control Group 1, that Control Group 2, and that Control Group 3. And we'll save there, and there we go. So, and here we go with some Dragoons here as well, so they can go in on new Control Group 2. If pathing doesn't completely ruin me. Right, you guys stop. There we go. No, you can't actually get around there. Sometimes can be some wonderful moments in the pathing of this game, especially when your units will go and aggressively attack anyone who attacks their friends. So, these will be rescuable. There we go. So you can go and control Group 2. We've got a load of Dragoons now, and where's Zeratul? There we go. Couldn't actually see him in the corner there. Let's get the Dragoons together, and what we're going to have to watch out for is basically static defences that are going to do a lot of damage to us. So, let's pull these two out there, because they're not doing themselves any favours by hanging out there. That Spore Colony is going to detect Zeratul, so we can't just sneak in. But, what we can do is we'll lead with these zealots, and then we'll lead with those, and then we'll get Zeratul in to assassinate that, and we'll push in with the... Now, that Dragoon, I'm hoping he doesn't walk into any kind of defence is good. There we go. Clean battle. How are our forces doing? We've got some extra zealots. I guess they'll have to go in with the Dragoon. Try and scout a bit with Zeratul. Now, I wonder, can he... No, their detection range is far too good there. But it might be that Overlord that's doing it though. So I wonder if we can wait for it to come back. Right. No. Want to take as little health damage on Zeratul as possible. Alternatively, we might just push through with the zealots.
Your orders,
Can you... I wonder, can you get closer? I think you can do that. There we go. Right, in the meantime, let's take out that Spore Colony. And I'm wondering if we can move those Dragoons up so they can take out that Overlord. No, don't do that. So, I think we're just going to have to lead with the zealots.
You address me.
Then Zeratul can go in behind. Now fortunately that Ultralisk oh actually, I don't know, does that Ultralisk cavern?
You address me.
I'm going to take it out just in case. Here we go. Now we want to focus everything that we can on the Ultralisks. There we go. So, that can be now our control group 1 and control group 2. And we've got all zealots in one group. And let's push through here. Let's see what we've got up here.
So be it.
We want to keep all of our forces relatively close. Let's see, can we get that? There's no need to take out the Scourge, but it's quite nice to. Now, what have we got over here? Hold on, I don't want to split my forces. So there's some Zerg creep up there. And some zealots we can help there as well. Can you get out of range? There we go.
It is good to see more of our brethren on the battlefield.
So again, we got another situation where we've actually got more zealots than we have. Oh, have we? Yeah, we've got more zealots and we've got a control group for them. But I'm sure we will lose some zealots quite soon. Ah, there we go. Just as ordered. Right, I think just push through. Because also, I imagine it's probably going to get quite tedious to watch if I just spend ages just using every single unit, like
Your orders, Templar.
overly coddling them.
Your orders.
Here we go. Now we get some reinforcements here.
This is all that remains of our forces in this province. We have found the location of the warp gate, but there is a sizable Zerg force blocking the way.
There we go. So we need to make our way here. Now we definitely need to think about how we're going to use these Templar. Interestingly, they've not given us hallucinate. Clearly they don't want us to be able to scout ahead, basically. It's kind of a shame when games have to do that sort of contrivance, but now, can Zeratul get in here and kill this Nidus Canal? No. I mean, he could. Let's keep these two. You can be control group 4. I'd rather they didn't get assassinated by a... Right, where's that storm? Definitely was a place for a storm there. You can go in control group 1, definitely, because I want you to be near the front. Now, let's see. Where else might some Zerglings be? Or a large Zerg force. Right. Now, I'm not sure, but I think if we go down there...
It will be done.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah. I thought that might happen. I didn't quite expect them to get into range and do that. So, here's what we do. We take advantage of the fact we have that foreknowledge. And let's see, can you get a storm down here? And then let's get these through. How many Dragoons have we got? Have we got anyone else hanging back here? No? Okay. So. Right, push in with the Zealots, push in with these. I think it's time. Where's our Templar? We need at least... We probably should consider getting some storms down. Although actually I think we'll be okay. But where's Zeratul? We don't want him to take much damage. Now. again, I think we're going to get a load of... but that's fine, we can deal with that. He wants to be out of there. We want to push through here. I think we're very nearly at the base. Now, there's probably going to be a very large number of zerg pop out of the ground there. I think they're going to keep spawning, actually. Like, forever. So. Oh, do you not want to, do you not want to come down here? Now, let's see. Bit of breakdancing from Zeratul there. Right. Let's do a save. Let's push in. Let's see what we can see. There is a Ultralisk. I wonder if we can sort of assassinate that. I think we can. Although it is going to run away. So let's try and herd it. There we go. There is actually a custom map that uses that tendency for things to run away from cloaked units or units they can't attack back, called Zergling Roundup, where you get a load of invincible fire bats and you use them to push Zerglings around the map. Never actually played it with multiple players, but now I think we're going to see a load of... in fact, here's what I'm going to do. You're going to be Control Group 4, you're going to be Control Group 5. These Dragoons are...
Your orders, Templar.
Now, 4 and 5. Let's get you guys down here. I think we're home free.
You address me. I do this for Aiur.
I just want you to be Control Group 4. There we go. No, I think we're home free. Oh, do you want to come with? We're going, we're leaving.
I have located the warp gate. We must hurry and evacuate the colonized survivors before the Zerg return.
There we go.
Just worry about getting your people through the gate. Phoenix and I will hang back and protect our flank until everyone is through.
There we go, Raynor and Phoenix come in. And there we go. So we have successfully escaped from Aiur. So Kali survivors, and those were the 2 Zerg broods we had to fight our way through. So, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!